Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be about gallbladders. So we're going to title this one, No Gallbladder No Problem. Alright, now with the issue of gallbladder and doing the ketogenic diet, can it be done? Yes, because the bile that's needed to break down fats in the body is actually, the bile is actually produced by the liver. The gallbladder is just a staging area where they can actually put some extra bile that'll actually help break down that fats that you eat. Now, if you consume a lot of medium chain triglycerides, which is, for me, is what I actually recommend a lot of, and that's like your medium chain, your MCT oils. And I recommend a product called Now, okay? And I'll put a picture of that right here. And what that is that's going to give you fats and a good source of fat. It's going to give you a good source of energy. And what it's going to do is it's not going to require bile from the liver in order to be processed into the energy, unlike a long chain triglyceride, which is usually what coconut oil is. Now, coconut oil is a good oil for fats. It's a good oil to cook with. It's a good oil to mix with fat bombs and stuff like that. But it's about 85% long chain triglycerides, which requires a little bit of bile from the liver in order to be processed into an energy. Now, there's a couple things that you can do while on the ketogenic diet to alleviate some of that stress your body's going to have by not having a gallbladder, because it is a little bit different than it is with a gallbladder. The things that you could do, there's this product that I'm going to put right here, and this is ox bile, and you can get that from Amazon. It's basically like a digestive enzyme, and it's going to help you to break down some of your fats into, I guess, like a smaller particle and pushed into your intestines, and then it could be then diluted into your blood system, and then that's how you're going to get it into your system. So some of the things that are going to help benefit you without having a gallbladder or with having a gallbladder with issues. Well, first, some of the issues that you may find by having I guess I could say a clogged up gallbladder, one that might be a little more sludgy, or one that would be with a lot of gallstones. And actually the way you got that is not from eating fat or not by processing fat. It's by actually not processing enough fat. So if you went on a low-fat diet and a low calorie diet, you ended up probably doing more harm to yourself than you thought you were. Because what happens is all that extra bile gets stuck in there. It doesn't get any usage, those bile salts, and they turn into a sludge. And then even with prolonged use, they start to solidify and they turn into gallstones. Now, when that gallstone is trying to work its way out of because your gallbladder, when you eat, it starts to contract and it starts trying to push some of that extra bile out to break up some of the fats that you've been eating. And as it pushes that out, if it pushes a gallstone stuck into the little passageway, that's when you start to get that pain and you don't release a lot of bile that's stored from the gallbladder. And if it then gets stuck permanently, or if you get that permanent blockage, or if you get too many gallstones, then what they'll end up doing is they'll put a little band around the opening of the gallbladder and they'll remove the gallbladder altogether. So some of the things that will actually prevent that from happening are going to be things that we already do on ketogenic diet, things that I've recommended, like the medium chain triglyceride oils. Some of the things that you're going to actually want to consume besides those MCT oils that I already mentioned, there's going to be some things like apple cider vinegar, some turmeric, maybe some ginger tea, some green tea. These are all things that are going to help to alleviate some of those the symptoms and the pains from the gallbladder, or from trying to use the bile from just the liver to help process some of that fat that you're consuming. It's definitely not much different than what you're doing already on the ketogenic diet. So don't fear the idea of not having a gallbladder. It's just not one of those things that you really, it's not going to change a lot of what the ketogenic diet already does. You want to add things like what I already do is sauerkrauts. You can add, which are for your fermented vegetables. Your kimchi, maybe. I've never tried it, and I don't know that I ever will. It may not be one of those things on my list. Pickles, pickle juice. A lot, that is basically, it's fermented cucumbers. So a lot of these things that you can, that are going to be good for your liver and for your gallbladder are things that we already do on keto. So the fact of not having a gallbladder, or having a gallbladder that's damaged and not really doing enough for you, the ketogenic diet kind of works the same way. It's just going to work the same way as somebody that has a gallbladder that's actually functioning. So it's just a little bit different, not much, really. It's not. I've been looking at all the different studies and all the different ideas of what people are doing and what with and without gallbladders, and it just doesn't seem like it makes that big of a difference to really stress yourself out and worry about this. But you definitely want to stick with the normal foods like we do on the ketogenic diet. Your vegetables, a lot of your vegetables. You want to drink a little bit more water than normal, because in the very beginning of the day, when you first wake up, you probably want to get about 2 glasses of water in before you even start your day. So, because what that does is that wakes up your organs, it gets everything function, it'll help flush out some of the bacteria that the liver has. And if your gallbladder, if you still have one, it's going to help flush that up a little bit too. And it's just by adding a little bit extra water to your morning routine. You don't want to really drink too much water after a meal. Not until like about a half an hour after your meal, because you want to let some of those digestive enzymes in your stomach to break down some of that food and have a little bit better opportunity and time to let those acids work. And that's going to alleviate some of the stomach pains that you might get if you have a damaged liver or a damaged gallbladder or even a missing gallbladder. The premise, the idea of it not working properly, don't worry about it. It's not going to be an issue for you. You're going to be able to function on the ketogenic diet just like I'm able to, and you're going to be able to do great. Oh, one last thing. Do my 2-bird smoothie, okay? And that 2-bird smoothie is this. It's going to be frozen vegetables, leafy vegetables. It's going to be like kale, okay? It's going to be arugula. It's going to be parsley. It's going to be beet greens. It's going to be apple cider vinegar. It's going to also have some cod liver oil, which may not help so much with your, you could replace that cod liver oil with a little bit of the MCT oil, okay, for people without the gallbladder or gallbladder issues. And then I also do some bone broth, and then I'll mix it with water. Now this is disgusting. I'm telling you right now, everybody's been laughing about this thing, but these are bitter greens, and these bitter greens are really going to help to refresh in your liver. It's going to help to refresh in your gallbladder. It's going to help with all that stuff. It's going to get rid of a lot of the toxins. It's going to really work. And the reason I call it the 2-bird smoothie is because it kills 2 birds with 1 stone. I get a lot of my green vegetables, my leafy carbs, my minerals, my vitamins, and I also get to help clear out my fatty liver and my gallbladder with this. So this is something that I definitely recommend. If you have more questions on the ketogenic diet about your gallbladder, please feel free to ask. I'm going to try to give you as many answers as I can. But as far as the missing gallbladder or a damaged gallbladder, there's ways to fix it. And if you don't have one, you're still going to be able to do keto. So no gallbladder, no problem. I want to thank everybody for watching. I want you to go ahead and please subscribe. If this video will help you, please share with your friends. Please share with loved ones. I'd like to also point out that I have a keto keto group. It's called Keto Diet Going Gonzo. It's just the opposite of what the YouTube page is, which is Going Gonzo Keto Diet. Yeah, put a lot of thought into that, I guess, right? Anyway, I want to thank everybody for watching, and please subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. All right? Thanks.